Hey guys, it's Amy Dab, the Keto Queen, and we have got a dog party here at the house. So there's puppies barking everywhere. Just ignore them. They're still trying to get used to our new little baby Frankie, and she is just patiently sitting here on the floor watching me cook. As you guys come on, let me know where you're watching from and what your little puppy's name is, or what your fur baby's name is. I've got a 13-year-old, or one that's going to turn 13 this year. I've got one that's going to turn 6 this year, and we've got our new little baby who's 9 weeks old. So let me know what your puppy's name is, and we're making, guys, one of my favorite comfort foods. I get this a lot. I love this. When I was growing up, my mom always cooked me hamburger helper. When I was a young mom, the only thing I knew how to cook was hamburger helper out of a box. This is a homemade keto hamburger helper. If you've seen it before, you already know it's delicious. If not, guys, you're in for a treat. Go ahead and give me some hearts and share this video. Guys, we're starting off with our ground beef. I went ahead and cooked our ground beef. I cooked about 1.5 pounds. We browned it, and it's just sitting over here draining that grease. And the next thing we're going to do is cut up some cream cheese. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get a knife. Give me 1 second. I've got one somewhere close by.
Are you driving your company car?
And I'm driving my company. I'm driving my new car.
So what are you going to do then?
What do you mean?
When you park behind your vehicle.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I'll have to move it. Okay, so I found a knife. We are going to, while this skillet is still hot, we're going to add in some cream cheese. Now, I'm using 3 ounces. You can use less if you want to, but I'm doing 3 ounces of cream cheese. I'm going to go ahead and put it right into this hot skillet. We're going to put it back on the heat, but I'm going to turn it down just a little bit because this stovetop has the hottest eye in the world. I'm telling you, I mean, you can burn something so fast on this particular eye. It is the biggest one on my stovetop, so I like to use it every day. But we're going to go ahead and put this in and get it melted. We're going to let it just start to melt. Guys, if I have ever given you great recipes or some great encouragement, share this video. Make sure you share my videos so we can teach as many people as possible in 2023 how easy it is to live a low-carb lifestyle, a keto lifestyle, and feel the best you ever have. Oh, my little Frankie, her just sitting here just so patient. So we're going to put this cream cheese right back on the stovetop. And we're going to let it get hot. Now, it won't burn unless you leave it on there for a long period of time. But the next thing we're going to add is our whipped cream. So we've got our heavy cream. We also have some beef broth. And guys, we're going to put the exact same amount of both. I've got 1/2 cup. We're going to do 1/2 cup of beef broth and then 1/2 cup of heavy cream into this cream cheese. Now, we're going to wait until the cream cheese starts to melt a little bit. I did turn it down on low heat, but oh, I hear it. I hear it. It's coming. It's starting to sizzle. Hey, baby girl, I can't pick you up right now because my hands will get dirty. She's just so sweet, y'all. She's just so sweet. She's just wagging her tail watching me. Look, we got home, or I got home this afternoon, ran to the kennel because we are crate training her. So I ran to the kennel, and she's just crying bloody murder when I get here because the other dogs are barking and having a good old time. And just screaming bloody murder, just crying. I opened the door. I'm running through the front yard trying to get her to potty, and she's just crying bloody murder, want me to pick her up. I just hold her for like a split second. She puts her head right in the nook of my neck, and then I let her down. She potties. And she's just the sweetest thing. She did not want to come in and eat. She wanted me just to hold her. So I had to get her to sit in my lap and eat. And that's okay. She's my little sweet girl. All right, we're going to add now some beef broth, 1/2 cup of beef broth. And we're going to add 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And we're going to season this up really good. And this is going to make the sauce for our, I need a little bit more heavy cream. This is going to make the sauce for our hamburger helper. To me, this kind of reminds me of stroganoff, like the beef stroganoff that I had growing up in the hamburger helper box. It's so yummy. Let me grab some more heavy cream. Heavy cream. And then we're just going to let this simmer, guys. We're going to let it simmer as we season it, just to kind of let it thicken. It doesn't need to get super thick. It needs to be a cream sauce, just like our traditional hamburger helper, but we don't want it to be watery, right? So we have so far, guys, cooked up 1.5 pounds of ground beef. We have it browned. It's just draining over here, waiting for me to add it to the casserole dish. We put 3 ounces of softened cream cheese in that hot skillet to let it start to melt. And then we added 1/2 cup of beef broth and 1/2 cup of heavy cream. We're just simmering this until it continues to melt, and it's going to start to get thick. So let's go ahead and season it up. Now we're going to start with some seasoning, and you can always add to. So definitely taste it, before you add it to your casserole dish to see if you need more. I'm doing half teaspoons of all of these seasonings. I got a half teaspoon of salt. I've got a half teaspoon of pepper. And guys, this is in the recipe blog. As a matter of fact, when I finish this video, you'll see the recipe from the blog in the post. This is one thing. This is so hard to do when she's just sitting there wagging her tail looking at me. She's just the cutest thing in the world. And I already have beautiful dogs. All right, I got a teaspoon of garlic powder, and I've got a teaspoon of onion powder. And that is what we're seasoning this with. Again, you can add more if you need to. If you like garlic more than onion, you can do less. If you like one over the other, you can do more. This is really yours. I'm just sharing my recipe, but you can make your own variations if you want to. As a matter of fact, you can put any kind of seasonings you want to in here, but this is so yummy. It's so yummy. And we're just going to let this simmer and talk for a second. So guys, I hope you're having a great week so far. We certainly have had a great week so far. We love that it's getting darker or lighter outside, later in the day. So we know summer's coming. We know spring is coming, and we're all excited about that for sure. It's supposed to be storming here tonight. I think we have a tornado watch out until 10 tonight or something like that. But we hope you guys are having some great weather. And thankfully, it's not started storming yet. We just hear some thunder rolling outside. Okay. She's just so sweet, y'all. She's so sweet. Y'all gonna get tired of me talking about my baby. My air fryer, what's that, Marshallin? My air fryer is a Cuisinart TOA60. It's the Cuisinart TOA60 sitting back there behind me. I love it, and I use it quite often. We actually really do enjoy it. It's getting hot up here. No wonder this thing gets hot. The whole stovetop's getting hot. Let's see. We have two dogs, Sophie and Teddy. I love it. Just hopped on. What are you making? Lisa, I'm making a hamburger helper. It's a keto hamburger helper. Oh, they got a Miss Bella over there, a Miss Cricket over there. Oh, Lala, a pug, and Sasha, an English bulldog. Oh my gosh, my husband loves English bulldogs. And a beagle mix. Ooh, broccoli, cauliflower, bacon, cheddar soup. Oh, Roseanne, that sounds amazing. You're gonna have to share that with me. That sounds so good. And when you, Amy, when you drink your nat, are you breaking the fast? Absolutely not. You can drink ketones in a fast and help your fast even more with more benefits. Getting deeper in ketosis, I will definitely show you her. I will definitely show you her. I love that air fryer. Ordered it after you talked about it. Oh, I'm so glad, Jenny. I love that air fryer too. All right, so we are just simmering this, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys one more time what this is, since I've got a few people just jumping on. Guys, if I've ever given you a great recipe or some really good encouragement or inspiration, make sure you're sharing these videos. Go ahead and hit that share button at the bottom right now, and give me some hearts so we can show Facebook that you guys are enjoying the page, and Facebook shows it to more people. So the more interaction a page has, Facebook likes to put that in front of people. So if we're not sharing, if we're not giving my hearts, if we're not commenting in the videos, Facebook knows that you love me, but they don't want necessarily the world to see me. And my goal of this page is to make sure that we are spreading the word of how easy it is to transition from a sugar-filled diet to a low-carb or even keto diet. And the way I love to do that is through cooking demonstrations, encouragement, inspiration. So guys, make sure you share the video and give me some hearts. I see those hearts coming. Thank you guys. All right. So far for this hamburger helper, it's a keto hamburger helper. We have cooked 1.5 pounds of ground beef. You can do a pound or you can do 2 pounds. Me and Ricky are compromising, which we do because you guys know Ricky loves his meat. I love my veggies. But I went ahead and cooked up about a pound. Uh-oh, they're fighting in there. I cooked up about a pound of ground beef, and we've got it draining the grease. And then we're making our hamburger helper sauce. So I've got 3 ounces of softened cream cheese. We started to melt that in the hot skillet. We added a 1/2 cup of beef broth and a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. And then we seasoned that with a teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Really simple. And we're just simmering it so it starts to thicken. And I'll show you right now, it's still really thin, really thin. So, ooh, it's getting a little thicker. It's thickening up. So we don't want it like a thick paste, but we don't want it watery. We're making a sauce for our keto hamburger helper. So we're gonna keep simmering this until it thickens up just a little more. The great thing is if you do overdo it on the thickening, you can always add a little bit more beef broth in there, thin it right out. So don't worry about it if you walk away and forget, or you walk away or you simmer it too much because you're talking to somebody like I am, because you can always thin it out with extra beef broth. Okay, so what we're gonna do now while we're waiting on this is we're gonna go ahead and put our ground beef into our casserole dish. Now I'm using a 9x13. Whoops, I just threw it all over the counter here. Oh man. Girl, you got my attention off track, you little sweet girl. So I just threw my ground beef into this 9x13 baking dish. I'm cleaning that off the edges here. And we're just gonna put that ground beef right into the baking dish. And the next thing we're gonna do is pour over our sauce. Now, of course, there's a vegetable in this. Normal hamburger helper would have a pasta or a potato because it's all starch driven. It's a hamburger helper with pasta or potatoes. Instead of using pasta or potatoes, I love to use green beans. So you can use other vegetables too if you want to try it out, but I love green beans in this. And a friend of mine shared a recipe very similar, almost identical, with me years ago. Her name is Amanda. Amanda may be on here, who knows? But Amanda has been living low carb now for over 15 years. And she shared a recipe very, very similar. I don't think it's the exact same. I know it's not the exact same because I always change it up a little bit, but I can't remember. But anyway, it was so good. And that recipe called for canned green beans. I actually really enjoy this with canned green beans. And if you use canned green beans, I would say use 2 to 3. But I really love my fresh vegetables. Like I love my fresh vegetables. So what I've done is I've taken my fresh veggie bag, my little steam bags, and I steamed these. Not completely overdone, but I did steam them. If I can open it. And we're going to add these steamed beans right on top of the ground beef. Now we are going to mix this in a few minutes. And if you're steaming your green beans, you want to make sure you stir it very cautiously because if you over steam, then they're going to turn to mush, right? I did not. I did about halfway. So me and Ricky are compromising tonight. As much as he loves his meat, I also love vegetables. So I'm doing 1.5 pounds of ground beef and 2 bags of my fresh veggies. And I'm doing, almost forgot. I'm doing 2 bags. This one's a little smaller, I believe. Nope, they're both 12-ounce bags. Now in your steam bags, sometimes you'll see a little bit of moisture. See that water in the bottom of this? I do not want water in my casserole. Do not want water in my hamburger helper, so I'm going to take them out with my hands. Or we can just pour that water out, which will probably be easier. There we go. Pour that water out, and we're going to add the second bag of green beans. Now, guys, I'll tell you, I actually do really love this casserole with the canned green beans. It is super yummy. And look at this sauce. It is really starting to thick up. It's thickening is what I meant to say. So look now, it's a little thicker, not water. It's not super thick. That means it's going to be able to go all throughout the dish. We don't want to go way thick. I'm going to let it simmer for just a couple more minutes anyway, because I'm going to stir up my ground beef and my green beans. So I hope y'all can see this. I don't know if you're too close or not. My kitchen's only so big. I mean, I hear people all the time, put your camera on the food. I'm like, I'm trying. My kitchen's not huge, y'all. I'm doing the best I can. So anyway, we're going to mix up the green beans and the ground beef. Whoop. And I like to have a really good, even mix. Now, you guys know Ricky is a meat lover, so I want to make sure there's plenty of meat in here. He would be better with just 1 bag of green beans. I really like the vegetables. And sometimes I'll fix it with less, and sometimes I'll fix it with more. We compromise every single time I cook it. But Ricky actually requested this dish this week, which tells you that it's delicious. And most of the time when Ricky requests dish, it's always so easy. And I love that. Like, he never asks for hard stuff. He's like, oh, well, won't you make that? I'm like, yes. Well, 100%. I will 100% do that for you. It's always nice when your family asks for things that are super easy and fast in the kitchen. Guys, I've got my oven on 350. We're going to pop this in the oven in just a second. So we just mixed up the ground beef and green beans. You see there's a lot of green beans in there. Gonna be good. All right, we are going to now check out this. Before I pour it on, I do want to do a taste test. So I want to make sure it's seasoned really well. So I'm going to get me a little spoon here. perfect. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so good. It tastes just like stroganoff, I'm telling y'all. That is yummy. Yummy, yummy. All right, and now we're going to pour this over the green beans. Now, this is a little bit. You don't have to have a lot. When it cooks, it's going to pour and season all throughout the dish. If you want more, you can cook more. Again, this is my recipe, but you guys can use it as a base to do anything you want. A lot of people ask, can I add mushrooms? Yeah. Can I add onions? Sure. It just depends on your goals, your carb counts. If we add mushrooms and onions, we are adding carb counts, but that's okay. And if you haven't had any carbs today, or you're low carb instead of keto, you can have more than I can. So you can actually change this any way you like. Guys, but this is delicious. Like, it's perfect just the way it is. That's why I saved it, and I've got it in my recipe blog because I love it just the way it is. All right, I'm sorry, I'm trying to scrape it off the bottom. Ooh, yes. All right, I think I got it all. All right, now, if you want to, you can actually stir this around again. I'm going to very carefully do that because I want to make sure that I have the sauce on every part, even though it's gonna move around as it cooks, because you know when it gets hot, it starts to thin out in the oven. I still want to make sure that all that ground beef is seasoned really well. So we are going to just carefully move this around. My green beans are not overly steamed. Ooh, man, that's good. It smells yummy. Who loves Hamburger Helper? First of all, like, I love Hamburger Helper. I haven't cooked it out of a box in a long time, but I used to grow up on it, and my kids grew up on it. Before we knew how horrible carbs were for us, it was a staple at our house, all the different kinds. All right, I'm just stirring this around. It looks delicious. My nose is itching like crazy because I'm on video. All right, guys, it looks yummy. The last thing, and you can take this or leave this. You can do as much or as little, and you can change it up. We're gonna add cheese because every Hamburger Helper has some type of cheese. Usually it's a powdered sauce that you mix with milk, but we are actually going to add it right on top of this, and it's gonna be so yummy, and here we go. I shredded up some cheddar and mozzarella. Now, you can use pepper jack, you can use Parmesan, you honestly can use anything you absolutely want to use, but I love mozzarella and cheddar on this Hamburger Helper because it is just super, super delicious. So again, it's up to you on what you want to use, if you want to use cheese at all, and it's okay if you don't. This is for you. I'm just showing you how we love it at my house. So mozzarella and cheddar, and I'm just kind of making sure I get all the casserole dish covered. More or less, completely up to you. Some of you guys I know are lactose intolerant, and we already have cream cheese and heavy cream in there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ricky and I love cheese, and we love to make sauces. And our go-to ingredients are mozzarella, cheddar, and we love our Parmesan, and we love heavy cream. Now, a lot of people are watching this saying, oh my gosh, you use so much cream. Guys, I've been doing this for 5 years. I've maintained my fat loss for 4+ years. Feel amazing. You can eat these foods and actually maintain and lose fat if you know what you're doing. So, I eat more of this than I do any Quest chips, Quest bars, Atkins bars. Like, eating this food is real food. Fills you up and tastes delicious. Now look how pretty that is, guys. This is going right into the oven. I've got my oven on 350. Find my paper towel. Got paper towels everywhere. I've got my oven on 350, and we're gonna bake this for about 20 to 30 minutes, really until the, you're gonna bake it until the cheese is melted. The green beans are pretty much done, not 100%, but pretty much done. And as it cooks, those green beans are going to get even softer. So let me put this in, and I'm going to see if you guys have any questions, and I will introduce you. Uh-oh, I hear the thunder. I will introduce you to little Frankie if you haven't got to see her yet. Oh, goodness. Ooh, it looks good, Frankie. You look good, girl. Ooh, this kitchen is a mess, y'all. This kitchen's a mess. Let me show you if she will be still, because as soon as I get close to the floor, she's going to come. Oh, she's coming. Look at my little baby. She's just so pretty. Her name is Frankie. She's a little girl, and we named her Frankie because Haley was going to name her puppy dog Frankie. And her husband did not like it. And I said, if you don't name that dog Frankie, I'm stealing that name because I think it's adorable for a girl. And of course, this is my little bit. That's my little bitty bit. And there's May May. We got a house full of them now, so we're having a great time. Girl, would you be still so they can see your face? Be still, you precious. Oh, y'all. Oh. Okay, she knocked me over. Look how adorable she is, if she'll be still. Anyway, it's hard to get her to be still. She's just a little puppy. Maybe she'll get in my lap. Come here, sweetie. Oh, her so sweet. Look at that little, oh yeah, her loves her mama. Her loves her mama. Sorry if I don't like dog kisses. We love puppy dogs at our house. We love little pup. Now, there she is. Oh, look at that little precious angel. Yeah, look at him. Can you see her? Can you even see her eyes? She's so cute. Oh, I just love her. I just love her. All right, let me get off the floor and see if you guys have any questions for me. And if you do, great. And if you don't, I'm going to go ahead and clean this kitchen and play with the puppies. Let's see here. Keto hamburger helper, guys. It is a family favorite. It is a comfort food from the South. We love it. Real quick, let me get down here to find out what questions you guys have. I'm about to burn up. That stovetop's got me hot. Oh, chicken quesadillas. That sounds amazing. Ricky's listening to music in the background. He's going to have me dancing now. We're going to be dancing, singing, and playing with puppies. On a 40-day prayer and fasting. Wow, that's awesome, Jenny. Any nat suggestions? You can 100% drink nat in a fast. Just depends on the type of fast you're doing. So I don't know, Jenny, if you're just cutting out everything and only having water, 40 days is way too long to fast with just water alone. I wouldn't even do it with nat alone. But I'm not the judge. I definitely can tell you that fasting with ketones is a 100% medical fast and a fat fast. Let's see. Look into this. Oh, zucchinis and mushrooms are amazing in there. Ooh, Pamela, that sounds good. I love zucchinis. I love mushrooms. Can I also smell this cooking? Karen can smell the cooking. It smells good, Karen. I didn't season the ground beef with anything, Kathy. We just made the sauce that's going to season the whole thing. Checking her out. I don't know what she's doing down here. Just looking to see if you guys have any questions. Thank y'all. She's so sweet and she's so cute. I just love her. Sauce recipe. So Linda, the sauce was 3 ounces of cream cheese, softened cream cheese. We heated that in the skillet, getting it melted really soft and thin. Then we added a 1/2 cup of beef broth and a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Then we seasoned that with a teaspoon of onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And it was delicious. We just simmered that until it started to get thick. And then as it thickened, we poured that over the casserole. Guys, the recipe is actually in this post. As soon as I hit finish, you'll see it. It's in the blog, so if you already have access to the blog, you can find it right away. But guys, I'm going to jump off here so I can start cleaning and play with the puppies, and I will see all of you guys later. Make sure you give me hearts and share this video, all the videos, if I've ever been an encouragement or helped you find really easy, delicious recipes. Make sure you share and give me some hearts. Talk to you later. Bye.